Hello, welcome to the video assessment guide for element 1 of PGBM86 Human Resource Effective Project. This is on the OD plan, the Organizational Development Plan. What I'm going to outline in this video guide is just give you some guidance and some support to help you to complete this part of the assessment. First of all, just to reiterate what I covered in the workshop a couple of weeks ago and also what's in the module guide. Element 1 of the assessment is based on you presenting the Organizational Development Plan, which will be based on the implementation plan that you did in your management report for PGBM85. Now, what you've got to do is include the 3 stages that you'll see in the next slide within your plan. Now, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to adapt relevant organizational development and change models to support your reflection. Now, in the workshop, I gave you presentations about the Wall-Whitman model, the Weisborg 6-box model, and Patton Johnson's model of change, as well as Wexler's organizational memory model. Now, all this information and kit is available in the Sunspace. Please make sure you read and understand, and also you're expected to take into account the potential people-related issues. You will be assessed on the amount of evaluation, analysis, and potential limitations of the OD process by using theoretical models and frameworks to support your reflections, and also the extent to which your plan is realistic, timely and feasible. Now, the following slide will outline this in more detail by going through what you've got to do. As you'll see, stage 1 is the diagnosis stage. You will have completed this through the submission of your management report for PGBM85 on the 17th of June. Now, this will include your implementation plan. Now, within this stage of PGBM86, what you're expected to do is to start off with your recommendations, which will be formulate your implementation plan. This is your diagnosis stage, as you have identified a business problem from a HR perspective, and then research into this by collecting data, both primary and secondary. You've analysed this data. You've come to conclusions and recommendations in the form of a plan. Now, have a copy of a revised, after the feedback from your tutors, as the introduction to this element of the assessment. This is part of the reflection process. You would have submitted an implementation plan for PGBM85. You will gain feedback on this as part of the assessment process for this module. And then what you should do is you should revise this, reflect upon it, and then as part of your introduction for element 1 of PGBM86, have your new plan. Okay, that's the diagnosis stage. This links into stage 2, which is the evaluation of the options or the interventions. Now, from this, you should outline the options or actions you decide that you're going to take to implement your recommendations, which you've outlined in your revised plan. Now, you need to divide this into a timescale, okay, which could be your long-term, medium-term, short-term, short-term and immediate actions. That's what you need to do. Identify this. You need to reflect upon how these will impact upon your organisation, as well as the staff within the organisation. And to support this, you need to take into account organizational development theory and relate this to your suggestions, your options. Right? Okay. This leads you to stage 3, implementation. This is where you outline the process used to implement your options, identified in stage 2. You should do this as a diagram or diagrams. Adapt the models of change you feel are most suitable, whether that is Patton Johnson, Whitman, Weisborg, or combination or synthesis of this. That's up to you. You can use other models as well, which you feel are appropriate. Do not repeat the theory. We already know the theory. What you need to do is apply and adapt. Okay? You will get marked on your ability to synthesize, to apply and adapt the theoretical models within a stage. As I say, do this as a diagram or a series of diagrams. Okay? You may do this as an overall diagram, looking at the different stages, long-term, medium-term, short-term, or immediate actions, or you may do one per of these different stages. That will be up to you, of course, in discussions with your tutors. The final stage, the evaluation stage. This is the potential people issues which will be related to the changes you propose in stage 2 and implementation in stage 3. Now, this is about how you can ensure double and triple loop learning, as well as embedding the changes into the organizational memory. Now go back and look at Wechsler's model and look at the 4 different types. You may want to adapt the model and show how your changes will actually change the memory, which is what organizational development is about in the end. You're expected to present and reflect upon this stage using relevant theoretical models, for example Wechsler. You may also bring in here as well the models that you've used in stage 3 of this process. Okay, that's what this element assessment is asking you to do. Finally, the Human Resource Reflective Project allows you to present your work in 1 or 2 ways. As a written piece of work, which is about 8,000 words in total, which you submit through Dropbox only on September 20th, 2013. You do not submit a hard copy, you only submit it through the Dropbox. Okay? The second option, the video diary with supporting material, is where you do about roughly 5 minutes per element and support with a poster or brochure. Now, the video diary itself could be a presentation, it could be you talking over a series of slides, it could be actually you talking into as a video diary. The format of this is up to you, as long as it is a video and it is actually you talking and you in it. You do not necessarily have to be in the video, but it has to be actually you talking. Now you submit this through Mahara, through the PGBM86 assessment group. Make sure that you have access to the module leader, your tutor, and also your second marker. And you also join the assessment group. Submission is the same date, the 20th of September 2013. Now I just want to remind you that there are 4 elements to this assessment for this project. Each of them are worth 25 marks. You'll be marked out at 25 for each of them. Okay? Well, good luck with this. Make sure you use your tutor's advice and expertise, and also you use the support that you've had through the workshops. Material is on SunSpace. Good luck.